Hey, this is the deck I used to kill Heroic Gluth in Curse of Naxxramas Construct Quarter. Now I basically just had a go at this with my standard Druid deck ranked, and I found it did quite well, although you can be quite alarmed very quickly at how much damage you can ramp up on his Jaws weapon. Every time a minion with Death Rattle dies, it can cause the Jaws to gain more and more damage, and he actually has a spell which gains 6 damage on his attack for the turn as well, so he can hit you very hard. So basically what I did was I added some Swamp Oozes to my deck and also Naturalized to get rid of any big minions that are stopping me from attacking him. So that's basically what I ended up doing, and when you ooze his weapon, the fight can actually last quite a while. The Decimate only affects your minions, so they end up on 1 health, so most of your minions will die trading, so that's a real pain. That's where the Druid Claw with charge is quite handy, because it does actually survive a trade as long as they have 1 more attack, obviously. So I'll just run you through the deck very quickly. Innovate, obviously, to get bigger monsters out faster, cast a big spell, etc. Claw is great in this scenario because it's got quite low attack monsters, and obviously he actually feeds you zombies which heal you. So potentially if there's no taunts up, you can claw and hero power and actually hit a zombie. You take 2 damage, but you've got 3 armor, so you gain 1 health through armor and then 5 health from the zombie heal. So basically, as long as you can control his damage output with the Jaws, then he will provide you with enough zombies to heal yourself up. And then you can just rely on your late game legendaries like Naxxramas, Naxxramas to give you some serious damage output. I just, like I said, I put Naturalize in just in case he popped out, say, Abomination, and then you can basically clear the board, or at least clear the Abomination, and then do some significant damage to any zombies, so you're ready to hero power and kill them off when you need a heal. Wrath is a great Druid spell. You can use the 1 damage and draw a card, which is generally what you do in this scenario, so you can get some more cards out to keep going, because you need lots and lots of cards because you've got plenty of mana in this long ass fight. I think I ended up dropping 1 of the rafts just to get these oozes in, which, like I said before, you can ooze off his weapon. He only seems to have 2 weapons. He's got a few spells that give him attack for just 1 turn, so be very careful if you're on around 10 health, because he might be able to finish you off even without the weapon. Thalanos is great. You can combo that with Swipe and Starfall to clear the board very efficiently. Again, I think he uses Abominations, so you can get a really good clear from them. Healing Touch, well, you don't need that much healing in this because of the zombies, like I said. However, if he has the jaw up for a turn or 2, which he generally will do even if you've got an ooze in your deck, then you will take quite a bit of damage, so you want a bit of buffer until you can ooze off his jaw. Poison Seeds is a bit of a last resort to clear any if his board is getting ridiculous, and obviously combo that with Starfall later on to clear off absolutely anything. Again, Swipe is pretty good for clearing. Keep of the Grove, if you got the Moonfire for 2 damage, you can potentially pick off a zombie to get yourself some health, and the Silence to silence anything that's going to cause you problems. Say a taunt, you can silence a taunt and kill a zombie, and basically gain access to those zombies whenever you need them. So after you get over the initial shock of the jaw damage, this fight is actually very controllable and pretty easy. Nourish is great. Just draw yourself 3 cards when you're not under too much pressure and there's some zombies on the board that you can heal off next turn. Again, Starfall, you can use that to pick off a zombie if you're absolutely desperate with the 5 damage. Druid Claw, I tended to use the charge on that so I could pick off 1 of the mobs. As long as he hasn't got more than 4 attack, it survives for the next turn, even with Decimate. Sludge Belch is just a pretty good taunt. Makesner again is pretty good. Black Knight, get through a taunt. get some zombies, get some health back. Ancient of Law, if you're doing well on the health front, which you probably will be by the time you can afford to spend this card, then you can just draw out more cards. Ragnaros ends up doing the end of the damage on this fight. Brilliant card, just have to protect it from Decimate. You obviously can't heal him up because his health is 1, not set down to, it's set to 1 rather, not knocked down to 1, so you can't heal him back up. Cenarius is just a pretty handy card. If you've got a decent board out, you can potentially buff them up and do some extra damage. Otherwise, you can just pop out the taunts just to mug him up. Generally, the 1/3 taunt, which does 1 damage to all minions, will clear them up, clear everything up, in fact. And Ysera, brilliant for getting extra cards, because this is a pretty long fight like this. I presume you could probably do it a little bit quicker, but I found this was perfectly reliable and had no problems to do it, so I'll leave you in the gameplay now. Try not to fall asleep. See you later, cheers. Right, yeah. Gods. Some seeds. Jumps. This. Jaws, enjoy. What's up, Bloody? Try to bother deck. Oh, it's off. Wow. Right. Good. Yeah. Good. Oh, that's a fun one. Untrapped.